video, I will teach you what is inside this digital LED lamp. So this is a basically a digital LED lamp, 220 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. So 60 hertz label is removed. So this bulb I removed from my shed because it is 2-year-old bulb attached in the shed. So that's why it is broken while I removing it. Now see what is inside. First we can open this screw because it is a motor. It is a rotatable screw. Rotatable motor. First we need a screw, which is a flat screw. More thing I tell you. While if you have a same type of bulb, first there are burning the internal circuit. Motor has LED. Most of times it's not burnt. What we tend to do, you can spin this bulb glass. While you spinning the glass, this motor can act like a generator which can turn on the LED because LEDs or motors turn in parallel. So that's why you can see your LED is fine or not, or motor is also. But this case I open the screw. Now it's pop off. Now there's a 3 LEDs RGB because it is red, blue, green, and this is the main shaft. They are real motor. If you spin motor in one direction, other direction, maybe it starts risk for fusing. Well, this motor is difficult to rotate. If you rotate, this LED is turn on. That means LED is also fine. Motor is also fine. I rotate before making video. I also rotate to test my LEDs is fine, but other test and show you. So you can see there are wires showing. Black side is negative and red is positive. So that supply voltage supply is at 5 volts. 5.1. Now this temperature matter because otherwise may this circuit pop out. Well, I made this wire there. Another wire connect. You can see it's working. One LED is not be working. Maybe it's while experimenting it's fused, or its practice reversed made to try cross these points. You can see it's work. This motor can connect only parallel with these LED. Now further open. This time we need our same flat screwdriver flathead. Put this side and click aside. Clicks out. Now apply 2 force, otherwise it's broke. There are clip not of any kind of screw which is old. These 2 screws only old this LED rod. This time these 3 LEDs interact in series. Each LED is 3 volt, which means 9 volt at all. Carefully price out. There are a lot. I think this time opening with different angles. But carefully while doing this, because it's point to damage your hand, because this time mostly you can damage your hand. Well, accidentally also bent my bulb little bit, but not problem. I later outglue it. Well, I put part. Little bit more first. Now you can see it's come out. There are too much dust inside because this is a 2 old bulb. Now remove this wire because later let's turn off power supply first because it won't on and off again. So I remove this wire. This time I might use a scissor, but right now I don't have scissor in my table, so I just break this wire by pulling. Now remove. There is a circuitry which is holding in there because there is one rectifier which is hidden down. Total 5 components is there. Now save this flathead screwdriver to pull this. Now it's time to pull this part. First put this screwdriver and put this lever upwards because there are two lots which can over these units. So I think this side is first try because this side is little easier because there are two resistors. One is in resistance and one for output protect for LEDs for accident spike of capacitor, and this is protect for in resistance, and this is main capacitor dropper. So that's why this power supply is no isolate. Well, working with these types of circuits, never touching while it's plugged in because there are no isolation transformer, which means they are almost risk for electrical short. This time you need a little bit lift the board upwards without breaking a board. Now you can see this come out very easy. Although there is huge junk inside. So both units is in parallel. These are motor and these are circuit. There are one bridge rectifier which is either on dilute. With all this entire unit is also dilute. One more resistor for discharge, this capacitor without. Well, discharge after removing some body, people can touch there. Those no electricity present in this capacitor, otherwise short. So there are resistors discharging this capacitor, which is rated somewhere 400 volts, 135, and there are one other capacitor which is also limit the capacitor spike which is produced by this capacitor. And now I reverse engineer that and once pass. So there are live those 68 ohm in resistance limiting resistor to capacitor dropper, which is 400 volt, 1.3 microfarad, which is discharge in parallel with discharge resistor, which is 750 kilo ohm. So those were rectifier one terminal neutral, those that your rectifier output is smooth by 10 microfarad 50 volt, which is rectifier positive, capacitor positive, capacitor negative to rectifier negative, and there are two resistors for output. These two supplies which are 168 ohms, 100 ohms for positive line and 68 ohms for negative line to limit for spikes capacitor, because if you replace LED, this capacitor might be stored a charge. When you change LED, it can burn all the LEDs, so that's why it is protected for spike for producing by this capacitor. There are these two LEDs in series and motor or LEDs in parallel. If you move this motor light upward, it's also turn on LED without battery, without this motor and LEDs parallel. What happens first light is this resistor is only for in resistance limited, and this capacitor converts input to 240 and 220 volts to output somewhere 25 volts, which is AC. I mean rectifier convert DC by rectifier and smooth by this capacitor, which is 10 microfarad 50 volt, and then it's limited by little bit turn for 100 ohm, and those LEDs to which is turn on as plus it can turn on the motor. So this is in gear motor. Now I also show what is a gear motor and how it works. So basically this is a normal motor. If I have very high speed motors, but gear motor is very low speed motor. For example, I just apply 12 volt this motor. Let's see, this motor wire is not quality, so while it's stripping it can blow the wire. So its motor is moving. If you cannot see in camera, it is very slow moving. But this motor is very high torque, because low RPM motor is very high torque, very high RPM motor is not torque. If I stop this motor my mic, and it is not stoppable. How much I pressure applied, it is not stoppable, because this is a gear motor. Gear motor have more energy, rotating energy with slow speed. So right now it is very slow speed with high energy. If a normal motor is spin very fast, but if you apply pressure, it will stop very quickly. But this motor cannot stop very quickly because it is a very high energy motor, also very slow speed. Because there's a gear system. Now open and see how their system is look like. Now I need a screwdriver, which in this case all screws already fall out. I need some screw, which is this one, needle type, 4 points needle type screw to open this motor. Now see how this real motor inside looks like. Now I place all these externals. This one motor. So while I open these screws, its gearbox is removed out, which is revealed inside a gear set after I show how it's worked. Now I quickly open these screws. There are 3 screws. One I right now open it and quickly open 3, and after see how its gear system is worked. So remove one screw is left, which is removed, and after see this gear motor inside. Now open this final screw, which is the main screw, and now it's time to pull this apart. So there are gears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gears. So first how it works. This motor are small gears. This motor can work 2 times. This motor is rotated 2 rotate per second RPM. It can rotate only single turn. When it rotates single turn, it can rotate half turn. When it's rotate half turn, it can rotate micro turn. It can rotate a very micro turn, milli micro turn. This motor can run 1000 circles, move 1000 round in 1 second. It can last a few minutes. So that means it can work 500 rounds per second, and this one is 250 rounds per second, and this is 120 rounds per second, and there is 65 rounds per second. So that's why this motor speed is slow. But if you spin reversely, if you move this one, that is you can rotate a very slow motion, because 50 turns per second it can boost by 100 turns per second and 150 turns per second and 200 turns per second. So that's why it is increase if you take motor electrically. That's why it's convert high speed motor to low speed. If motor is, then it create high torque, which is generated for DC gear motors. Now you can see this is very fast moving, and this is a very slow, and this is slow and extremely slow. So if you can crank this motor, you can move a very slow speed RPM in gear. It can move the double RPM this by and double by this and double by this and double by this. That's just increase your energy by aggregation, and motor electrically it can last, and that way it can produce more energy. So this motor is big benefit is. Now I also tell you, this motor, if you make an AND generator, this motor is specially used for AND or any kind of generator system, because it is need very low RPM with high performance output, which means if you spin this motor is very low speed and you then get output power is much more. But this problem is that this motor is then need a more energy to spin a single turn, because this is a gear motor. So this can need more power to spin only single turn. If you spin this motor at slow motion, very extremely slow, it can also produce more and more voltage, because this is the gearbox which is amplify the amplify the motor speed. If I spin them, so you can see single spin motor can produce a noise, which means it is on very high speed. Okay. Now I connect this 12 volt motor with parallel with this motor, because I use this motor as a generator to generate a very low RPM to very high voltage, which is 12 volt, and turn this other motor. So that is a good indication how fast is, because one motor, generator motor, I spin very low speed, and you can see this other motor can run very high speed. Now spins. This time a little bit difficult to this point, but if I spin slowly, this generator motor, which is a DR motor, another motor can spin very fast, because it is a DR motor can generate very low frequency RPM to very high energy, which is form of the voltage and either current. So you can see if I spin this, now I hold this with my left hand and spin with right hand, thus this time energy. Right hand is easy to do. So you can see such a low RPM, it starts like a huge generator. If you connect a permanent and crank to this motor, you can spin at such a low RPM, which can your 12 to 24 volt easily achieve with using only DR motor. Normal motor cannot do this, because if you spin this motor is very high speed. Normal motor spin very high speed, it can produce only 540 volts, because this motor has no internally DR system. This motor, if you spin normal slow motion motor cannot need a permanent energy, because if you spin motor slow fastly, it is a fraction of second, then it produces high voltage, but not if you move and crank, it is not, though output voltage is not too high. So in this case, this motor is very good DR motor very good. You spin not a constant speed, just a high low. Your output is smooth and stable.